Alright, so nice long stroke, excellent forward reach or extension. You're swimming with a modified catch-up style of swimming where you keep that hand extended, gliding. That's fine. That's a great way to swim long distance open water. You could play around with slightly increasing your turnover rate, but if you're comfortable here, I think it looks good. Body position is good. Legs are high in the water. You got a very even, methodical kick, and your breathing looks comfortable. You're not lifting your head to breathe. You're just rolling and rotating. So you can see your legs and hips stay in the same line as your upper body here. There's the slightest bit of side-to-side motion, very slight. I think that's because your hands are sometimes reaching into the center as opposed to reaching in front of your shoulder. So when you're extending, you've got a nice long extension. That's good. When you extend, though, you want to make sure that that hand stays on the same side, and you can see a lot of times your hand is extending across, right? So you're going in front of your head or even slightly further. So think about 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. I'm reaching my hands to 11 on the clock. I'm reaching my hand to 1. Left hand will be 11. Right hand will be 1. Excuse me. So the catch here, I've got some freeze frames at the end. Pretty much the same on both sides. You're getting the initial kind of high elbow position, but then your elbow leads the stroke back, or you elbow slip. It's not a complete elbow slip because you are getting some of the position at the beginning of the stroke, but you're not. Ultimately, what you're not getting is that really early vertical forearm position and holding onto it. When you watch a swimmer underwater, you want to freestyle. You want to see the forearm pivot or angle vertical relative to the bottom of the pool as early as possible. The sooner that happens, the more surface area you have for pulling yourself forward. When you don't get that, you have less surface area. The stroke is not quite as strong. And thus, you don't swim quite as fast as you could otherwise. As you make that sort of change, it does require a little more strength/effort, but it's always worth the payoff. Now, the line or the path you're pulling back is straight back. That's good. It's just that it's starting from right in front of your head or even across. So I'd work on that. Okay, so looking at your left arm, nice long reach, good rotation. That's all great right there. And then you start the stroke, and if you look at the position of your hand and forearm relative to the bottom of the pool, this is what we're working on. You want to see that hand and forearm straight up and down already, whereas yours is still pitched upwards pretty significantly. So that's the elbow slip. It's more pronounced on this left side. Your hand and forearm don't get straight up and down until here, right? So that's 2/3 of the way through the stroke. I could talk on and on about that, but the fist with paddle drill is really good. Doing one arm drill where you're really concentrating on rolling that shoulder inward to help with that vertical forearm position. Dog paddle drill. We had you guys do that in the clinic. Those are the three that I would really focus on. You don't need to do catch-up drill. Your stroke is very similar to a catch-up style already. All right, and so right arm, a little better starting position here. So you're getting more depth to the hand and forearm. It's a little deeper. And then you get through the stroke, and then the forearm goes straight up and down later in the stroke. So it's a little better on that side, but it's essentially the same thing. So work on the drills, keep working on the form aspect of it, and that'll do.